Hello guys, we are back and I wanted to just give you a brief overview of this new tournament ball that they got, this Vegas ball, the Roulette. And in terms of design, I think this is one of the more creative balls. I really love the attention to detail. I love the glass type effect that you can see. So aside from this and the snow globe, appearance-wise, I give this ball kind of like a perfect score. It's very awesome. You can see in terms of wind resistance, we're looking at 25%. It's going to be similar to your Titan or Katana ball. In terms of side spin, that's the biggest thing that I really love about this ball. Plus with the downwind tailwind combination, this side spin makes it very useful for curl, especially if you're playing on Android and take advantage of Landscape app and are able to put 100% of the curl on, say, an Apocalypse. Then this ball is going to be crucial for that side spin tailwind effect. Not to mention it also has power 4. So we're talking the same distance as the Royal ball. One of the things about the Royal ball, it's a more well-rounded ball, and probably the most well-rounded ball in the game. It just has so much little bit effects of everything and can be used in every situation. This is going to be a tailwind only ball. So what you're going to want to do is, there's really no hole in this tournament that this ball specifically really is beneficial, unless you kind of are in kind of like a mid club range, or there is a couple divisions where this would be useful for, let's say, hole number 5, for example. But if you guys picked up blue marbles, it would be equally as useful. This is more, in my opinion, a curl ball. And let me go show you, because we also have another one of these. On this account, I still have 70 balls left. On my other account, I still have like 160 of these balls left. So this is an identical stat ball. This, and I love this thing. I think this is a very great ball. But keep in mind that it is only a tailwind ball. You would never pull this out in a side wind. You would never pull this out in a headwind. It is for tailwind only, and especially for holes that require tons and tons of curl. So, for instance, especially with Apoc 5, Apoc 6, Apoc 7, this is going to be a very useful ball for downwind, tailwind type curl shots. And there's so many tournaments where we've had, some really hard, sharp turns so far. And having that extra side spin on, say, a blue marble, it's going to be able to cut the corner a lot sharper, and it's actually going to be a little bit better ball to actually be able to get it a little bit more to the right or left. And the difference, a side spin 2 ball basically will give you about 4 bars of side spin, and a side spin 3 ball gives you about 7. So that difference is you can almost cut the ball about 10 yards harder to the right or left. So keep that in mind. I would really highly recommend at least picking up a couple of these. As you can see, I've reserved these very... I did not win this tournament on this account. I did win the second Christmas tournament, but the first one was Winter Links. I think I took second. And so I only got maybe... I forget how many of these I got. It was maybe 150 or something like that. And, since Christmas, I've used less than half of them. So you can see that I have been, very stingy with my usage on these balls, because it really only has that one sole purpose. But that one sole purpose it has is a very highly useful one. Any sharp turn holes that we have to where you can really need to cut the corner, this ball is going to come in very handy. But the reason that you see that, I don't use it very much and it's not in a lot of my guides is because, I had an inkling first off that a lot of people don't still have them. But aside from that, I really like reserving them for that curl, because it just has an extra ability to curl it farther than pretty much any other ball that they've came up with aside from the snow globe. So if I was to look at this is another 3-side spin attribute ball. But in terms of another tailwind ball, those are the only 2 that they ever came out with. The rest of them are more like, side wind or like tailwind or not tailwind, headwind or side wind. They're more wind resistant balls like katanas or Katana doesn't have the power, but the Kingmaker. It has a little bit more wind resistance, and of course Santa Ball. There's not a lot of 3 power balls. Movie Ball was another one. Pot of Gold was another one. But in terms of length, it is the best, aside from Snow Globe, with having the most side spin that you can put on a ball. So keep that in mind. I do recommend you guys at least, especially if you're buying other balls, pick up at least. I think it's worth picking up probably, if you're going to buy gems anyway, you might as well at least pick up a small package. At least pick up maybe that offer one. Getting 10 of these would be useful. But it's also not a ball that I think you need to get carried away. I'm not sure you're going to need 150 of them or the 250 technically. Sure, by all means, if you need the gems, go ahead and pick it up. But I would recommend picking up some of these because of that use that I was just mentioning. So good luck in your guys' tournaments, and be on the lookout for my strategy guides. I have all the divisions done for you guys so far, and I will be putting revisions out for you in the next few days as well. So good luck, and hope to see you guys out there.